Welcome back to the Chip and Joe podcast show. My name is Joe, and I said
My
it
name
before
is Chip, and I
Damn
said it after Joe. And this is the Chip and Joe podcast show.
Yeah. So welcome back to the third podcast in a row. This is crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is monumental. This is lit. But this is our third podcast, daily uploads, which we've never done.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely, I don't think it's taken a toll yet, but
We're just like, shoot,
we're
have
like,
a
damn.
podcast. Holy
Yeah, like
cow.
we want to do, we're going to a friend's house like after this, and we have to do this beforehand. So we're losing time, man. We're losing time from there to do here.
Yeah.
So you guys are welcome. I know we are great.
You could thank
But-
us later.
You can thank us later by, leaving a comment, saying we are the best. We take those as well. We also take PayPal. But yeah, that's going to be our third podcast with this one. And then tomorrow is the last one. So that's crazy. Yeah, that was quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then after that, we'll just go regular scheduled programming. And we'll be doing it once a week. Or maybe we'll do it more. Depends how we feel. But yeah. So, if you guys haven't followed us on Instagram, make sure to do so. The Instagram is on the screen right now. It'll be on the screen the whole podcast, basically. So, make sure you follow us. Just message us, whatever you want to do. Like our pictures. And that'll be it. We'll be posting there soon, I hope. And yeah. So now we're going to talk about three things. We're going to talk about how we didn't talk, because yesterday we didn't get to this topic, so we're going to talk about it today. How we didn't talk growing up till we got to high school, Hector and I. So we'll talk about that. And then our second story is a story that happened to me today. It's a really quick story, so it's not something to like really worry about or anything. And then the third story, which is probably the title of this podcast, because clickbait. How we lost $3,000. So that one's the juice, the sauce, the raw sauce. And yeah, we'll get to that one at the end. So yeah, first topic is how we didn't talk till we're, in high school. So if you guys didn't know, and I feel like we've repeated this enough times, Hector and I are family. We are cousins.
Related.
Yes, we're related. Not like the oh yeah, he's like my cousin. It's like we actually are like related, not like make believe related, I guess.
I mean,
people always say like, oh, he's
Like-
he's like my brother or whatever, or he's
Yeah.
like he's like family to me. Like we're actually
Yeah,
family.
we are family.
Yeah, like blood. We even did the blood oath. We cut ourselves and then we high fived. No, but yeah. So growing up, Hector didn't really fuck with me. Nor did the family. I was very hated. Very hated.
Yeah, you were too energetic, man. You're like, you were too strange, man.
I was energetic and annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that, I think that goes with like me being an only child.
Dude, I remember he show up to our house, the cousin's house, and then we'd like run away from him, and then we'd like go inside a door and lock him out, and he's trying to like push his way inside the room.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then against two people, and me being a little petite boy, that didn't work out. It was horrible. And then they just smashed my finger.
One of the main reasons we thought Joe was weird is because as a kid, he had hair on his neck.
I had a patch of hair, like
Yep.
it was like
I don't know why.
it was on my neck basically.
Yeah,
Not my neck.
it
but,
was
like,
lower than the chin.
by the Adam's apple.
higher, like around. Yeah, I think
Adam's apple.
Adam's apple.
Yeah, I think that's where it
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just some random hairs. I think I have no
Yeah.
idea. Not like tiny little stubble things either.
was.
I
Like long
think.
hairs.
Yeah, yeah.
It was weird.
Like, what?
I remember I would shave. Like I was shaving at like 7. Dude, I didn't even have like pubes yet. And I was shaving already. What the fuck? But yeah, that's honestly the weirdest thing. And apparently it was like a birthmark. It was like a birthmark, a patch of hair.
Now I know if you have moles, I see people that have moles, like huge ones.
I was just missing the mole.
I know people have huge moles, and there's like giant hairs that grow from them.
I guess it's better than having the mole.
I wonder like why they don't like cut the hair. Maybe it just grows faster.
I don't know. That's a good question.
And then they just give up. I'm like, oh, just let it grow.
Yeah, I would just cut my skin off. The mole, the hair, everything. But yeah, that was like at 5 years old. I remember I had like a little patch of hair. It was crazy. And as me, you know, being a 5-year-old, I didn't know. I was like, okay, I guess I have hair. No one else had hair. And yeah, I was always like, the guys, like, everybody's like, why do you have hair? What the fuck is that? He's a mutation!
And then Joe had to crack some jokes in order to survive, man.
Yeah, so I learned comedy from the womb. Yeah, I had to learn
in order to make friends.
Yeah, in order to make friends. Oh, yeah. If you guys didn't know, I'm an only child, so I never had anybody to play with. So I would always try to, you know, make friends. And it was really easy for me to make friends, like, from the get-go. So it got to the point where me being weird was me, like, having friends, like, really easily. Like, me being myself now, I can make friends really easily because I'm just embracing how I am. Like, it's just so easy for me that, like, I stopped caring about, like, what people think of me. And, like, they just accept me for, like, who I am. It's weird. I don't know. Like, I just open a door and, like, I get in. Like, I feel like my friendships get to the end point quicker than, like, a normal person.
End point meaning?
At being where you're comfortable with them. Where, like, you're already, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, can I mention this? I don't know. Then in your...
Be very vague. No names.
You made
no details.
You made a video. Mm-hmm. It was in a certain place where you could buy food.
yeah, we can talk about everything. We can talk about everything.
Okay. So it was his Baskin Robbins video from a long time ago. I think he took it out already.
Yeah, I took it down.
Yeah,
it had 12,000 views.
It was one of his most viewed.
It was the most. It was, yeah, like by far.
And then he's like going behind the scenes with the employees there
with my big ass camera.
Yeah, his big camera. They're going like behind the Baskin Robbins store,
showing
in the freezer, dude, in the restroom. They're giving like a tour, like welcome to my crib.
Yeah, literally, that's what it was.
Yeah,
welcome to my crib, Baskin Robbins edition.
And dude, I'm like, who are they? How do you know them? He's like, I don't know. I just saw. I'm like, what the?
Literally,
fuck?
He gave me a whole tour. We were cracking jokes. I ended up talking to one of the girls there. Like, I don't know. It just happened.
Yeah.
So it's like, again, it's like pretty easy for me to like make friends, especially if I try. If I try, it's like super easy. But I never try to like make friends. I don't really care anymore. Like, I feel like I'm just content.
Yeah. You know what's funny? And high school came. And I wouldn't have talked to you. If it wasn't for my older cousin Christian.
Really? Why is that?
Because he got transferred to our school, which is Pacifica.
Right.
So I was with him for a little bit. He's like, oh, we should talk to Joe. Well, he called you Jose, but Joe. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then Joe had his own little group right there. I forgot who it was. I think it was like...
It was all my junior high friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, that's when we started talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The group just became one. And they all united together. But yeah, so growing up, I was always annoying. I was energetic. I was really energetic. I remember on my report card in elementary school, they would write energetic.
Yeah,
I take that as a positive now. I wish I had that fucking energy. I'm like slaving away, working, and I'm like, dude, I'm freaking sleepy. I'm tired. Like, I wish I had that energy.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, so it was always like a problem. I would always get a yellow card from like the yellow thing when they would tell you like.
Doesn't that mean like you're in trouble?
Yeah. I wouldn't get recess. I wouldn't get recess because I would get in trouble.
Why would you do that?
What do you mean? I don't know. I would try so hard to not be in trouble, and I would get in trouble. I swear. I remember one day I was like, I'm not going to get in trouble, so I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to do my work.
Oh, I thought you purposely grabbed the yellow card.
Oh, no. They would make me. They would make me. Like, the teacher would be like, dude, change your
remember
card.
I almost got the highest card
Oh,
ever
man.
one day. I was going to cry, man. I remember.
I remember they made me call my parents because I didn't do my homework on a Friday, and my dad happened to be there. So I was like, Dad, I didn't do my homework. He's like, why are you calling me? I'm like, the teacher's right here. And it was on speaker. The whole class heard.
Oh, yeah?
They did it on... that was so fucked up. But I
What'd
guess
your dad say?
he was mad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's like, oh, wait till you get home.
Teacher does that? Who puts it on
I don't know.
speaker?
I don't know.
What the
That was
fuck?
so weird. It was really weird. Looking back at it, I would have just been like, fuck you, teacher.
I wonder, have any of you guys gotten phone calls? Like, have you had to call your parents? I have, like, twice, I believe.
Oh, I've had a call multiple times. And I remember once I peed myself and my dad had to pick me up. I didn't make it to the restroom.
Man, you
Yeah.
couldn't hold your pee back then either,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, same thing. Same shit, different toilet. But yeah, so growing up, energetic, blah, blah, blah. And so that's why whenever we would have family parties, I would see them and I'd like rush to them, you know? And like, I was always friendly. Like, I was never like a dickhead or anything. I was just like annoying and I was like too energetic. That's like what I remember. And then now, okay, funny that we talk about that. Now in our family, we have one person that took my role. Sebastian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you think he's energetic?
Well, like back then.
Oh, he used to. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
Well, now he
used to.
grew up, obviously. But
Yeah.
back then, he was exact same as me. I think worse, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Because he never,
Okay.
like, understood things. Or he didn't have that perception of
He's
things.
just the super, super annoying kid of the
Really
family.
annoying. Really annoying. He's like the kid that everybody's like, damn it.
Like,
he's
why'd you
here.
invite him to the
Why'd you invite the family? Because he's coming, you know? Like,
Dude, I remember I would see him, like, at my party. I'm like, dude, like, why
who
is he
invited
here?
him?
Yeah.
But yeah, so where was it going? Oh yeah, so we wouldn't talk at all, and then I think we started warming up like throughout the years. Like I know, like junior high,
Wait, to who?
like you and I,
Oh, okay.
we started warming up throughout the years. Like junior high ish time, we were like pretty cool. Like I was cool
Junior
with
high?
everybody. Like junior high ish, like around that time,
Oh, okay.
with like the whole family, like even our cousins and stuff. Like that's when we started like actually talking, and like I wasn't annoying. I think that's when I got the perception of, hey, stop being annoying. So yeah, and then that's funny because that's when I like stopped, like, I don't know. That's when like I stopped playing games and stuff. So I think that was like. what
How
made
did the
me-
groups go?
What do you mean?
Was Francisco in your group before?
No, Francisco was in Gabe's group.
What was Gabe's group?
Gabe's group was with like Sam and Trevor.
Oh,
Yeah,
huh.
because they all went to the same school.
I remember
together.
I only had like one friend, and that was Joab from
Yeah.
middle school.
Yeah.
Because he was the only one that went to Pacifica.
Right.
It was so sad in middle school. They're like, okay, all the students that are going to Rio Vista go in the cafeteria.
That was me.
all the ones going to Pacifica go to room 203.
Yeah.
Dude, there was no one going to room
Yeah,
203.
dude, I remember that. I remember that. The exact same thing happened to me. Everybody was like, okay, go over here, and they made everybody go to the library because it was bigger. They're like, go to the library if you're going to Oxnard High School. Everyone went. And then I'm walking by, and I see everybody's like, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm going to Pacifica. They're like, what? And I'll go to Pacifica, and like I knock. I go to Pacifica. I go to the room where like you're supposed to go. It's just a little classroom. Like not. It's like half a classroom, and then it's like little round tables, and I'm sitting down, and it's like 15 people at most.
Yeah.
And most of them were like, yeah, I don't even know if I'm going here. Like, I think I'm moving out of the town or
Yeah.
something. And so I went, and like I knew nobody there.
Fudge.
Yeah. So I'm like, God, I'm going to be alone. If I had gone to Oxnard High School, I would have been set. Like, it would have been the best experience ever. Because I knew everybody there. Like, everyone from my class I would have known there.
Oh, gosh.
But I guess not.
Yeah, Joab was the only one that was there for me, man.
Damn.
Yeah. Fudge. And then when he saw Francisco, he's like, oh, that's the guy that took my lady. Yeah. I didn't know Francisco back then. So I'm like, which one? He's like, that tall one.
And you're just
I'm
like, oh, you bastard.
Oh, that bastard.
For 7 years later.
Not just a couple days later.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden we're in the same group.
Yeah? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I have no idea how that happened. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Oh, I want to talk about our friend group real quick. Just like
Okay.
off track.
it changed a lot.
Well, no.
Well-
Our friend group that we've always had. It's always been the same. But we
It-
add
it's
people.
No, it's changed a lot.
No,
Before,
not really.
we had like subgroups.
No. I'm talking about our group. We've
Okay.
always had our group though.
The main
the
four.
Yeah, it's always been the four.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
been you, me, Gabe, and Francisco.
Well,
Us four.
David too, I guess.
Not really.
We didn't talk to David a lot in high school.
No,
it's more after.
Like
than we
remember,
did.
like you remember freshman year? Like it was us four, like all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's been a part of it. Like he's like a big part, but he's not like the ones that like we started like hanging out.
Yeah, he was in the other group.
Yeah.
Of the group.
Yeah. But so it was us four. It's always been us four since freshman year, freshman, sophomore, junior year, and like we always do other things, but like we always have our group. And then like people come in the group, and then people end up leaving the group. Like some people we just don't get along with for whatever reason, or we just don't like invite them or something. You know what I mean?
We just don't hit some people up.
Yeah,
honestly.
we like end up just kind of like not distancing on purpose, but we just kind of like you know, like they don't become such a big part of the group. That's what I'm trying to say. Like it's always been the same. And I was telling one of my coworkers the other day, I'm like, I feel like my friend group has always been the same, and we're kind of like not picky, but like we don't accept people like really easily.
Accept people.
Like we don't like I
think?
think so. Like we're like not that we're picky, like we're welcoming, but like if we don't feel like
Dude,
100%,
I remember in high school, I'm just like, dude, we need another friend.
Yeah.
We needed like to diversify.
Yeah,
man.
because we felt like we were all like not the same, but pretty similar.
Yeah, we. Every day was like the same, honestly.
Yeah. So yeah, like we've always been the same though. I kind of like I always thought that was interesting. It's always been the same like forever. And so enough about that. We're getting so off track. So yeah. So then we got into high school. We started hanging out like basically the whole time. I mean, it's not like off track that we got, but like it kind of goes with it. So yeah, us four started hanging out. Then we got little more groups like going on, and it was from my junior high, most of them. So then them like and us started like collaborating together, hanging out. It was like a big group at one point. I remember that.
Yeah.
Then like people from our academy started coming in.
Remember
and, like,
our Harlem Shake stuff?
Oh my god.
Dude, we invited like 8
You
people in
invited
my
so
room.
many people in your room. It was a fucking cockfest. Oh my god. Then there was a
Remember Josh? Was
yeah. And then one of my friends from junior high that became like part of our group at one point in time. We invited everybody like to do the Harlem Shake, and they went into Hector's room and everything. We were getting ready. We like got masks and stuff that we had lying around. People were taking off their shirts and like going in boxers and stuff. And our friend Josh, he shout out to Josh. he was shirtless, and I think he took off his pants, and he was just wearing shorts. And Francisco was wearing like a monkey mask, and he was dancing. They were dancing right by each other. And at what point in time when the Harlem Shake was happening, Josh perfectly like humps, like air humps, and actually touches him too.
It touches his butt, dude.
Yeah, it touches Francisco's
he like
butt.
spooned him like
It's like it's like the motion of the ocean into Francisco's butt. Dude, that was fucking funny. I wish we had those videos. But yeah, that's what happened, and it's interesting, man. We had some interesting times. We did wrestling, like we did some stuff. Man. Yeah,
a lot of stuff.
Skating. I was the first one to really get into skating, and I started convincing everybody else. Really.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, Francisco is a legend.
Oh my god!
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, Francisco! I'm sorry, we brought this up in the last podcast. Not the last podcast, but like the last run of the podcast that we did.
Yeah.
Francisco fell off his skateboard. We're just not gonna get into it, but Francisco fell off his skateboard. He got a big, a big dick scar. And
Gabe
went never
viral in the school.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then that video that we recorded went viral in school. I'm sorry, Francisco. It had to be.
We love you.
We love you. I mean, to be fair, Gabe didn't even catch him for shit. He literally ran away as Francisco's falling down.
You guys were just laughing, you motherfucker.
Well, what do you want me to do? I couldn't run over there. I was busy recording, man. I've always been the guy to record. At the end of the day, Francisco was going to be okay, and we're going to have the footage, and we're going to laugh about it one day. We've been laughing ever since. I knew he was okay, though. I didn't see it as bad, and I think the reason why it wasn't that bad was because I was from far away. So literally all I saw was him trip. Like, that's what I thought.
Man, I want to know what Gabe saw. I want to see from his view, man.
I don't know. Because literally, what you guys saw in the video, it's funny because all you see him is fall down. You don't see that he like really like got a big like dick.
Oh yeah,
scar,
it was
you
a
know?
big hill.
Yeah, it was a really big
It was
hill.
a big hill. He was going down a hill. He
And I
went
was
too
all
fast.
the way, yeah, I was all the way at the
and-
top, and he was at the bottom. And I just thought it was funny because he fell. But I mean, like, I didn't know it was that serious. So like, when obviously, if you were to see the video, in the video, once he like shows like what happened to him, like I'm like, oh shit. Like that's when I realized I'm like, oh, like it's bad. Like I didn't think it was gonna be bad. That's why I laughed.
I would have thought the first thing he does is scream. That's a red flag. That dude, I'm hurt.
Well, yeah, but like obviously, I mean, everybody yells. Like I would have yelled too.
Second flag.
Even
I'm bleeding like hell.
Even if I didn't fall and I yelled, like I would have just yelled, you know. Like it wasn't like if I fell, you know. It just yelled for that reason, you know. That it was like, oh shit, you're going downhill. But yeah, like that happened, and yeah. But he's a legend.
Yeah.
He's a trooper. But yeah, we're at 21 minutes. We still have two
What?
more stories. Yeah.
Shoot. Okay. Let's
Okay.
Get...
So let's just get into the next topic. So this happened today at work. If you guys don't know, work at a dealership. And yeah, so there's this guy that always comes to our dealership, and he gets these paper that you put like on the floor mats, so that it doesn't get dirty, like the carpet.
Okay.
And it says like thank you for coming to this dealership.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
yeah. I always get.
Yeah,
those.
the thank you mats or thank you papers or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and it has the little foots on there, the 2 feet. Okay, so we have those, and we use them for customers' cars. So this guy, he's an Indian guy. He always comes just randomly. I don't know what he comes for. And then he leaves and he grabs like a fat stack. Like a fat stack.
What the fuck?
Of like a bunch of those, because I guess he runs his own dealership as well. Like a little like the not the like the main ones, but like the used car ones.
Yeah.
Just your regular ones that you see in the streets. So yeah, he grabbed them, and then I was like, I know he's a jokester, so then I was just like, hey, what are you doing? And he actually seemed concerned because he didn't know me, but I knew of him. So then he like looks at me, and he has an accent. I can do the accent. He's like, oh, what do you mean? I was going to get for Pakistan boys. They were gonna use it for shelter. And I'm like, what?
Shelter?
I'm like, yeah, like
What
in my head, I'm like, what the fuck, shelter? And I'm like,
That'd be a pretty shitty shelter.
I know, no, but he was joking.
Yeah.
But like he has like a serious face, and he does a mean mug when he's saying that. Like he looks mad, like he wants to like fucking fight you. And I'm like, oh really? And he's like, yeah, what? You don't want to help kids? And I'm like, oh god damn it. And he's like, I'm like, why do you need so many though? Like, why don't you help them? And he's like, you know what, man? I don't like what you're telling me. And then I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm just confused why I need a lot of paper. And then he's like, I don't need this. I'm an owner of a 7-Eleven. So I don't need this. I get free Slurpees, okay? I don't need this. And I'm like, what the fuck
actually
is
said that?
I swear.
Oh my god, that's the funniest
I'm like,
shit.
what the fuck is happening? And then, so, like, basically the end of the story is, I'm like, what, are you going to make it a boat for them or something? Like the kids? All that paper? Because they're big sheets. So, like, you can make little boats. And then I'm like, what, are you going to make a boat with that? Like, what are you going to do? And he's just like, wow, you are very smart. And he just comes and high fives me and walks away. Dude, it was so random. That dude's like really, really funny. But yeah, that was what happened, and it was I don't know, it was just so random that it made my day. But yeah, so we have like 5 minutes left, so let's just get into the how we lost $3,000.
All right.
So yeah, if you guys didn't know, we found a VidCon 2 times, and the first time
was the better
one. And that was the 2017 one. Yeah, 2017 VidCon in Anaheim. So, we went and we were just, there's a bunch of YouTubers going and all that, and we were excited and all. And then I guess Logan Paul, if you guys are familiar with Logan Paul, he did this scavenger hunt and he put $3,000 in like a sock. And in the sock, the $3,000 was inside the sock, and if you found them, you kept them, and it had like a little thing where you contacted them, and then you would go and meet up with them, whatever. So we were like, okay, And I was in line waiting for a meet and greet. I was going to meet Swoozy. And then I see and it says, if you're in VidCon, I got like a post notification tweet from Logan Paul on Twitter. And I knew that people were going to start tweeting, like YouTubers. And I wanted to I knew they were going to tweet something like, hey, meet me here if you guys want to meet up with me real quick. So I put post notifications on like a bunch of people. Keep in mind, this is when Logan Paul was not a dickhead.
Yeah, that was before
the Japan.
forest.
Before the forest. So he was looked good on. He wasn't looked down upon yet. So everybody was he was the biggest thing. Literally the biggest YouTuber at that time. No one could stop him.
Even I watched him, dude.
Yeah, I watched, I liked his videos. It was high energy, entertaining and everything. So he ended up putting him in a random place, right? And I already knew, I'm pretty good at where places are and things. So I told Hector, I literally called him. I'm like, dude, $3,000, Logan Paul, meet me. We're gonna find him. And we waited, and we're waiting for hints because he was gonna drop a hint an hour before he gave away where it was. So we were looking around, and I knew the area. I knew where it was.
I think he released a video too.
Yeah, and he said it was somewhere in this direction.
Yeah.
So I watched the video, and I'm like, okay, there you go. We know where it's at. So we're looking around, and we were, long story short, we fucked up. We literally did a little circle around the place where it was, and it was a sewer drain, green cover. The green cover that you just never pay attention to. It's plasticky. It was under there. And we were literally looking everywhere.
Dude, we were he was like a detective, man.
Yeah.
And you even saw the cameraman of
Logan Paul. And then I saw Logan Paul's cameraman, and he was pointing at the direction. And I'm like, okay, so if he's pointing right there, then it has to be around right here. So we're looking around. We couldn't see in the bushes, nothing.
And then
I'm like,
we were one of the first people there.
We're the
and then
first-
all of a
we're the
sudden,
first
people started.
And people were trying to be
people
low
were
key.
coming around. Yeah.
They were being low key about it, looking around
this
and
bush?
they were definitely looking, but you can tell. And they were trying to be low key about it, but I knew right away. Obviously they were looking for it. So we were looking at everybody, and then I guess at the end, people were just surrounding right there and waiting for the hint. And then the camera guy just came over, and then Oh, if you guys want to know about it, about that not the podcast, about that moment, you guys can see on his vlog. I came out in it.
Did you?
On the bottom right corner, you can see my face. That's it. You see my face on the vlog. And it was when I lost my voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to be on the vlog, but since I lost my voice, you couldn't understand anything I was saying.
Wow.
So he recorded me, but yeah, it just didn't work. I was so sad when I wasn't in the fucking vlog.
If you guys don't know how Joe sounds without when he loses his voice, which
I
he
sound,
does frequently.
I sound like I have throat cancer.
I can't even do it.
I sound like I have throat cancer. Anyways, so yeah, he came, and I guess a fucking 12-year-old kid found $3,000.
Yeah, fuck.
We were literally right on top of where the money was, and a fucking 12-year-old kid found $3,000. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I was so pissed. Oh my god, dude. Okay, and if you guys didn't know, we were in need of money at that point.
Oh hell yeah,
we were supposed to stay another
heck
day,
yeah.
and we didn't get to stay another day because we needed that money. We didn't have enough money for the hotel and for gas and food and all that. So we that was literally our last day. And if we had found that money, we would have literally balled out and gotten the best hotel that night or whatever. So we left that day. So yeah, we cut it short one day and we just didn't get to go. That was how we lost $3,000. We're obviously cutting corners because of time, but yeah, we could have met Logan Paul at that time, which he was the biggest thing ever. We also would have fucking won $3,000, which would have been the best thing ever. And yeah, we would have had a better experience at VidCon. I think that would have made our experience the best ever. We couldn't have topped that if we went any other year.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was how we lost $3,000. I don't know if you have anything else that you wanted to say. That
I think we don't have time.
We have 30 seconds left.
30 seconds, that's enough to get an outro.
Yeah. Just killing time. Anyways, guys, that'll be all for this podcast. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new around here. We're gonna be doing another podcast tomorrow, and then that'll be the end of the laptop died right now. It just went in black screen. It's not dead yet, guys. It's okay. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, give it a like, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new podcast. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Bus.